Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of March 25th. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the tarot, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you're looking for something to do on Friday mornings, I live stream on TikTok at 8 a.m. Eastern. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the classic Rider-Waite-Smith with Amethyst, the Tarot of the Divine with Carnelian, and the Tarot de Marseille with Lapis Lazuli. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one, and as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. All right, group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. So I'm going to turn over the cards. Well, this is nice. Even though there's a 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, don't panic. Let's see if I set up the pyramid right. As you know, you are the guinea pig group, but this should be... Ooh, yeah. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 1, the most straightforward way to read these 2 court cards is as 2 different people. And it's funny, too, because we have 2 9s, 2 pages, and a 2. Remember, we all have the entire deck inside of us, so any court card can be any gender. But the vibe of this is actually really simple. It's one of 2 people and one coming to the aid or being a moral support for the other. So obviously we have the reversed page of wands in the middle of the whole reading, which does make it slightly more likely that this is you, or it could be someone so close to you that they might as well be the center of your world or whatever, proverbially. You know what I mean. But there is clearly a relationship. And I was also struck by the fact that these pages are facing each other, just like the 2 parties in the 2 of Cups here. So obviously, I don't think there's much plus value in digging into the vibe of the Page of Coins in particular, or the vibe of the Page of Wands in particular. Obviously, one is more tangible and grounded and practical, being the Earth. The other one is more fiery and, passionate in that way. But they're both graduated aces. They're both the ones that, take the lessons from the ace to the 10 to the new level as part of the realm of the courts, so to speak. And yeah, it's funny too, because this 9 of Wands is the same element as the reversed page, right? So I'm not sure if this is, well, actually, no, this is, both of these 9s are about the Page of Wands. And after everything you've been through, it's easy to start letting it get to you after a while. And when you start, I would advise the Page of Wands. Like, if you're the Page of Coins watching this, then this is kind of advice that you can give to the Page of Wands. So I'm kind of just going to talk to you as if you're the Page of Wands, okay? Yeah, I would say that sometimes when the big vision, the happily ever after that you're going after doesn't happen right away, it starts being discouraging. And this might be what is represented by the 9 of Wands, where it is also, because it's the penultimate pip before the 10 of Wands, which is even more exhausted, but also almost at the village in the background. So ready to graduate to become an ace too. Well, the page, you get what I mean. So I would keep an eye on the negative self-talk for you for this week. I think that is the key thing to be mindful of. And if you're watching this Page of Coins, I would invite you to be mindful of the things that you hear the Page of Wands say to themselves throughout the week. Yeah, that would be the main way, or at least one of the ways to, come together with the energy of the Page of Wands to create something bigger than the sum of your parts, But yeah, it's really, and Page of Wands, there is no Randian hero in real life, okay? You're not like, you're not Dagny Taggart, you're not Francesco d'Ancona or whatever. Like you're it's okay to just let other people help you, even if it's only in being moral support for you. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna wrap the reading there. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. Whoops. Okay. That's the 10 of Cups reversed. Justice. What is this? The 6 of Cups reversed. This is the 9 of Wands and the Moon in the middle of your reading with, what is this? The 10 of Wands at the bottom of your deck. Don't panic. There aren't any particularly scary cards here, but I felt the need to say that. This should be perfect based off of group 1. Oh, it's a tad low, but this should do it. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 2, I haven't fully integrated what I think the message is, but I felt the urge to unpause because I think I have enough to at least get started. I think the main thing to take away from this reading is that the past doesn't need to equal the future. I say this because of the 6 of Cups that is reversed here behind the lady who is crossing the bridge on this rendition of the moon here. And just to elaborate a bit on the vibe that I'm getting from this, the vibe that I'm getting is one of a final stretch that is confusing, kind of like when you're you make that, I'm using racing as a metaphor. So you make that final turn before the final straightaway, before like the finish line. And it's right after that final turn that, all of a sudden this big heavy fog rolls in, making it harder to see, even though you kind of know and you've lapped this before. So it's a straight line all the way to the finish line, but still with that heavy fog, with, not being able to see, it becomes nerve-wracking. And I think that it is, again, the past doesn't need to equal the future. The thing that is making me say this is the 6 of Cups reversed moon combo here. I have the feeling that when, as the fog rolls in during the final stretch, it might remind you of the last couple times that you choked at the last minute during a big race, and when confusion rolls in, that's when that kind of insecurity can come up. So I would really encourage you to use your judgment here with the Justice card. The Justice card I'm reading in terms of seeking clarity, correct decision making, because, and this is alluded to in this, I don't know what is this person holding in that hand? It's definitely not scales, but it's some kind of lamp or something. But so let's go with a lamp for clarity instead of scales for balance. But the sword of truth, or the sword of to cut through the bullshit and reach a correct decision. So that is the invitation of the Justice card here at the bottom of your cross. And don't forget to keep your big vision in mind. I think that is what the 10 of Cups reversed is saying at the top of your cross here. And also that, I think I have integrated the 10 of Wands in the metaphor of a final stretch, which can also be nerve-wracking and have, like you're carrying a lot of weight. So I think this card in particular has already been mixed into the message. So ultimately, just remember when the shit hits the fan, because I just remembered we have an eclipse like on Monday. So when the shit hits the fan, just try not to let your past failures creep up and cloud your judgment in the present moment, because you don't need to it doesn't need to play out that way. So just focus on the moment, focus on how far you've come and what you're capable of, and just, use the force to shoot those bombs into that little hole. I forget the jargon, but you get what I mean. So that is a wrap. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Actually, I like doing this. All right, group 3. Let's see what we have for you for this week. Okay. Very interesting. And the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Don't panic. A lot of major arcana cards. Yeah, we only have 2 pips in the whole thing. Yeah, this should be good for you. I'll see you right now. Group 3, before I begin, I just want to remind you that we all have the entire deck inside of us, so any card can be any gender. I say this because the person depicted in the middle of this cross is a man, and statistically speaking, you are not watching this. You who are watching this are not. You get what I mean. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, another thing I want to point out, because this is relevant, in the Marseille deck, Justice is trump number 8, not 11. So we actually have a progression here, 8, 9, and 10, which is very interesting. We also have the double 9s here. So in short, the vibe of this reading is one of opportunity in the chaos. It's a phrase that I've said so often lately that I'm frankly a bit sick and tired of hearing myself say it. But, you know, with the ace of coins at the bottom of your cross here, the opportunity part is pretty blatant. And when we have both the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune show up, the chaotic, turbulent part is also apparent. And yeah, I think that the message here is that whatever, I don't see any trouble that would get in your way to the point of preventing you from getting what you want, or from, you know, making the progress that you want to make. You know, we have the Hermit marching towards the Nine of Cups here. So the ultimate, well, penultimate joy and satisfaction of the Nine of Cups here is very encouraging. So I would encourage you to keep your wits about you, use your judgment, be cold and discerning. Don't let your emotions get the better of you, is the warning here. Because again, there's opportunity in the chaos. I really, really hope I won't say that a third time. But yeah, it's difficult for me to find more to add. Just keep your wits about you, follow your inner light, your inner wisdom, and trust in your ability to discern truth from falsehood, and to not make decisions that are too emotional, so that you can unearth this coin. Wow, that was a mic drop. So I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like. And if you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you can use the timestamps below to jump ahead a couple seconds. All right, we have an eclipse on Monday, if I didn't mention it during your reading. So this is, you know, interesting space weather. And this should be good. All right. All right, Group A, your card is Splitting Apart. This is I Ching hexagram number 23. Don't panic. And the keywords are impermanence, collapse, deterioration, separation, let go, surrender, eliminate the old, and death. Yes, I remember this card. I've picked it recently. I was so fascinated by it that I read the part that confirms that this is basically very similar to the Tower. So the reason people hate Tower moments is because the Tower rids us of the things that we thought we needed in order to teach us the hard way that we didn't need them. That's why everyone hates the Tower. And actually, let me reread the words that are the impermanence, separation, let go, surrender, eliminate the old. This is a week to make changes from the way that you usually do things, or at least to be willing to embrace things, you're being invited to embrace the possibility of doing things differently than you usually do, because you might not have much of a choice. Yeah, I'll end on that. Group B, your card is the Priest. This is the archetype of the Priest. The light attribute is facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. The shadow attribute violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. The funny thing is, I can see both messages or both aspects of the priest archetype potentially being relevant for some of you, depending, because it's it's easy to get a holier than thou attitude when we are tuned into this stuff and we are confronted with people who aren't, and when the situation is turbulent enough that sometimes we fall onto those base reflexes. So I would encourage you to really, oh boy, be the change that you want to be in the world. Yeah, I said it. That is the way to avoid or at least mitigate the risk of falling into the self-obsessed, self-righteous trap, because a lot of ugly shit can happen when you succumb to that temptation. Yeah, Group C, your card is the new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. I gotta be real, I really don't like this way to summarize it here. What I would, the way that I would massage a new moon in Cancer energy into the tarot readings that I gave is to make sure that the place that you go to refresh yourself, usually it's your home, is a safe haven, and to lean on that ability to have that home base where you can, have a solid base from which to leap out into the world and return to get refulfilled. It's really important for, and this could involve the people that you surround yourself with, absolutely. So yeah, keep that in mind for this week, Group C. Group D, your card, your Egyptian god is Khnum, with a message of resourcefulness. Let me show you your card. Let me stare at it a bit more here. Like, obviously, the message of resourcefulness is obvious. It's looking like a potentially turbulent week, but turbulent in the sense that it's just an opportunity to hone your skills. Turbulent in the sense of snapping out of boredom, not in the sense of snapping into overwhelm. I think that is the vibe, because honestly, I sense a lot of potential and capability in the people that the tarot messages were for. I'm looking at the three decks there, and yeah, take problems as challenges and as quizzes and try to gamify, or to turn it into a game, or to make it fun, or to make it into an interesting challenge for yourself. That's how you can kind of tap into the highest potential of the spirit of resourcefulness, which is why I was saying that. So yeah, that is a good note to end the whole video on. Thank you very much for watching. If you like your reading or video, please give this video a like. Thank you very much. I hope y'all have a great eclipse week. Take care. I'll see you soon.